Do you ever look at a bodybuilder and think to yourself, how did they get so big? Did they do a lean bulk? Did they do a dirty bulk? Did they bulk at all? Well, in today's video, we're going to be asking bodybuilders this exact question and see what they did.
So how long have you been into fitness for?
Only like 2.5, 3 years consistently. I'd say about 15 years of like weight training.
Almost 6 years now.
10 years.
4 years.
12 years.
About like 10 years.
After finding out how long they've been lifting for, we asked the ultimate question, did they lean bulk or did they dirty bulk?
So do you recommend for people out there that are trying to like build muscle to go like the dirty bulking route or like more of like a clean lean bulk?
Honestly, like if you're like young, just starting out, like, you know, 15, 16, 17, like I wouldn't really recommend like a bulk of any kind, almost just like a constant, just like slow surplus.
Okay.
Because like at that young age, your like test is so high, like you can put on muscle so easily. Like there's no reason anyone that age should be like cutting or like, you know, trying to like force feed all the time. Like you don't need to do that, I guess what I'm trying to say. It's like being a very slight surplus, slowly pack on sides, because at that age, like muscle comes so quick.
Gotcha. So you don't recommend people to get like super fast and then cut down? And
yeah, personally I would not.
I wouldn't say. I played basketball, I was in the Army, so a lot of it was eating whatever I wanted and just trying to stay in a surplus.
Okay.
I don't really like to use the term like lean bulk, dirty bulk, but I'd say if you're trying to put on size, between like 15 and 20% body fat is where I like to stay. Once you get 20% plus, like you can build muscle, but your body's just not in the, say, the right environment. So if you feel like crap, probably train like crap, sleep like crap. That honestly is gonna depend on your like individual goals. Some people want to get big, some people, you know, want to stay athletic, do sports, things like that. But I'd say whatever you do, like it's always good to have structure, have a plan. Whether that's a coach or like content that you make, watching videos, things like that, educating yourself.
Not a dirty bulk, but like, I mean, if you want to bulk like Zach here, then like...
I mean, clear working for him, man.
Yeah, I eat a lot of food.
Do you recommend a dirty bulk or?
To a degree, I think I push it a little too far, but yeah, like something. Like you don't gotta eat like stupid amount. I feel like until you start pushing like weight, then you gotta like, obviously, the more you start gaining weight, you gotta start, you know, bulking up the calories. I mean, you would know better about bulking than I do. I feel like the world just wants to see Alex Eubank. If you have any body fat on you, they're just like, you know, it's not it.
That'll kind of lead me to my next question, because obviously everyone wants to be shredded nowadays for social media. How do you kind of cope with like wanting to be shredded, but also wanting to like build muscle and get bigger?
At least like I bulked up like the first 2.5 years that I lifted. At least I had somewhat of a foundation to go off of. A lot of kids are trying to get shredded when they're like 15, 16 years old. It doesn't work like that.
See people like you though,
yeah,
right?
they all want to be aesthetic. I always tell them like, yo, wait until you're like 18, 19 to even try to look aesthetic. Yeah, just like put a foundation first. I have to kind of stay lean. I don't have to, but I choose to, just because like really analytical and I'm really like business focused. So like I see how the numbers work and I see it does better when you're leaner. So I kind of have to stick around a certain body weight. And that's just because I do this for a living.
What would you say for the next 5 years what your long-term goals are? Like, do you plan on getting bigger?
I definitely want to compete at least once. I don't see myself being a big like bodybuilder type guy. I like having fun with it. I don't like to make it like, I feel like if I competed it's going to be more of a job. So I don't know. I mean, I'm really, like I said, business focused. I plan on having like my own clothing brand, supplement brand, like all that stuff. That's my goal, my own.
Like in the middle of both. Have your fun if you're young, but make sure you're still having all the nutrition, like all the vitamins, the minerals, protein, fat, and carbs. But you can have a little fun. So it's best of both. You know?
Have you ever dirty bulked before?
Yeah.
Was it worth it?
I got 10 pounds of muscle, but I felt like shit.
Dude, here's the thing. So many people tell me not to dirty bulk, but they all did it in the past, and they're all freaking jacked.
One time, if you want to mentally go through it, but like literally it went up to 200 pounds. Yeah, 200 pounds. I was blowing up.
Yeah. And you're 140 on stage?
Yeah, 140 on stage.
Clean gradual bulk. So ever since I started, right, I've gained about 30 pounds. For like 5-6 years, 30 pounds. So they're all clean. So I don't just bulk up, like, you know what I mean? I'm always just going gradually.
So you don't recommend people to like get like super fat?
I wouldn't recommend that, you know what I mean? Because I still want to look shredded, like, you know, all year round.
Too, right?
All year round. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Me personally, I always just say like lean bulk, because then you can say aesthetic, you can put on lean muscle and size at the same time.
Right, so you look good and feel good at the same time.
Yeah, and then with a dirty bulk too, then you got to deal with all that excess fat, and then you won't be aesthetic for a little bit. So I feel like lean bulk is the way to go. You can look aesthetic and still build at the same time. I would recommend gaining 1% of your body weight per week on average.
Okay.
And then after evaluating how much body fat versus muscle you're gaining, then you're gonna have to look at like the P ratio.
So it's like if you're too fat, it's like you gain more fat than muscle.
But it's like super controversial because I'd say the literature is a little bit loose on that.
Yeah.
But I would say like a leaner approach. So then when you're cutting down, you don't lose out on time building. And then when you're cutting, you're not going to lose as much muscle when you go down. You have to define the word leaner, right? And I think that's hard. So by looking at that ratio, I think you're going to optimize it. I still think that it's kind of loose.
So would you say the P ratio starts to like be bad at like above 15 or above 20%?
Looking at it, it's
on average.
Yeah, like I would say close to that range. But it's like more about looking at like the person's physique and then slowly making that change once you hit the body fat.
A gradual, dude. Like people try to do the one thing and it's like the recomps are so bad. Bro, just like a small thing, just like something you can manage. It's not gonna be a set in stone shit where it's like this like body fat percentage is the golden thing for everybody. It's whatever you can maintain and feel good at.
Like for you, you didn't go on like a dirty bulk.
When I like stopped playing basketball, I slowly kept on increasing my weight and I put on like 20 pounds in like 3 years, which is like, that's a lot, but at the same time, for like 3 years, that's really like not that much when you think of like grand scheme of things.
Right, yeah. Does it affect you if you get like a bit bulkier, like in the off season, like with like Instagram, like seeing yourself kind of get a bit more fluffier?
Bro, first off, like social media engagement's always gonna fluctuate, like if you're fluffy or whatever, but the people who actually with you and support with you are still gonna engage with that content. Right. Even if you're fluffy. Look at Zach Jenkins.
I eat a lot of food.
I love that
like
guy, man.
I love that. But it's like, look at his physique. He looks like two different humans. Like he looks like a human silverback, and then he looks just like aesthetic as shit.
Yeah. He looks pretty good, man. Like,
yeah, he looks good, but he's like, you can tell he's just like holding a shit ton of water, and he's okay with that. Bringing this back into what I was saying, bro, that's like where he's built muscle. When he has that, he doesn't stay super lean, like all the time.
So it kind of works for different people. Like some people, I got you, man. I appreciate it, man.
So as we can tell by the video and by most of the responses, most people recommend a lean bulk and they don't recommend doing a dirty bulk, because if you think about it, if you were to do a dirty bulk, I mean, yeah, you will get big and you will get strong, but then once you decide to cut down again, you have to lose all that excess body fat, and you may even lose that extra muscle that you gained while dirty bulking. So definitely most people, including myself, don't recommend doing it. You'll look like crap, you'll feel like crap, and you'll just be a piece of crap. So definitely lean bulk is the way to go. Don't do a dirty bulk.
Is that your boyfriend?
I don't know.
Okay, so how did you guys meet? Where do you think is like the best place to like meet potential like people you want to be in a relationship with? Like the gym? Why is that?
Same goals and ambitions.
So how would you recommend people to approach people at the gym? Like how would you go about it? Or how would you go about it?
Well, I think if a person takes care of their body, they'll invest in you, you know?
Right, but like in terms of like approaching a girl, do you just like go up to her and like ask her, hey, what's up? Or hey, do you want to work out sometime? Or how would you?
I'd hit her with the magic sauce.
Hit us with the magic sauce, man. What's that?
So if she was there and I was here, you ready for the sauce?
Give me the sauce, man.
You hit them with what you hit.
No way. Wouldn't that scare you away though? You'd be like, who are you?
Wow. You want to see the real sauce?
Okay, give me the real sauce. That's the good one. It's like, what just happened? Now she wants to play you, right? I like that.
Playing the game.
Yeah, because now she's chasing after you. I like that.
That's the game.
So if you're saying if I do that to a girl, it will most likely work?
They got to be bougie enough. They got to go, why didn't he want to talk to me?
Yeah. So like, do you look for like hints in terms of like wanting to approach them? Like eye contact, or like you just approach them like cold?
Definitely the eye contact. They look, you look, and then 10 minutes later, they look, you look, you know.
So it's like a sign?
Yeah.
All right, I appreciate it, man. I'll try it out and I'll let you know how it goes.
For sure, bro.
Are you a big bodybuilder? Have you done a dirty bulk before, or did you do the lean bulking approach? Let me know. With that said, if you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to go give this video a thumbs up. I would highly appreciate it. Subscribe to my channel if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.